Please, sign here. This document...
It's been so long since we've been to the surface. Let's hurry up and... Huh?
What's happening? I'm fine.
Let's go ask the Duke. Your Grace?
Ah, good to see you two. Is there some...
Yeah, what was with that earthquake just now?
Ah, that. The tremor did... Over the years of serving as the warden here, I have developed a sense for distinguishing between what occurs on the surface and what occurs on...
So, the fortress...
If you recall our last incident...
Huh. Wait, seriously?
Aha, yeah.
Yep. It's you two. That's right. Today is our last day in prison. But, oh yeah, then be sure...
If you've signed the release papers, then you're free to go.
You're not going to see...
I knew you'd...
Well, you actually...
Ah, so...
After being down here for so long, I imagine you must feel like you're lacking companionship. Shall I come? Yeah, don't...
I hope you won't be here as convicts the next time I see you.
We'll do our best. Well, it seems our work in the... We should You're going to see Monsieur Nervillette?
I'm sure just... You're right.
The Palais Mermonia sure is buzzing with activity today.
Halt! Huh? Oh, excuse me. I'll be right there. Sorry.
Everyone's so busy. Nervillette!
Hello. In the meantime, please, have a seat.
That's all right.
Very well, then.
Let's take a break over there while we wait for him to...
All right.
Are you done with your work?
Yes, sorry to keep you waiting. Today should be the...
That's right. Do you have any idea?
Judging from your description, a whale of that size...
Immersed in primordial sea water.
Most people wouldn't be capable of entering... Yes? What is it?
Ah, right. We asked the Duke...
It turns out that I have just received the source of the tremor...
The water levels...
Fortunately, if the change in water...
Navia should be in Poisson.
I would also like to go there as soon as possible, but I'll have to ask you two to go to Poisson.
There's no time to lose. Let's get going.
Please be careful. The two of you have my thanks. If you need...
Oh, no. Navia should be around. We haven't seen a single soul all the way here.
What will I ever do now?
Look, there's someone...
Just stay put! We're coming up! Watch your balance!
Oh, he looks pretty sad.
My leg! How could this have happened?
Just hang in there.
Oh, it's Navia. She's over there. Hey, Navia, are you okay?
You're here.
We heard there was a situation.
Yes. As you can see, the
Demoiselle! There was a wounded resident next to a building southeast of here. We've already transported him to...
He's wounded?
He fell, so it's probably...
He jumped down then. Find the leader of Squad 1 and...
Understood.
All right. You'll... I'm sorry.
I...
Right. A little earlier, we suddenly... The rushing water seemed everyone on the street who happened to be close to the water. Those who realized the Spina di Rosula initiated rescue operations as quickly as possible. The water that no one knows if this could happen again.
How awful.
It was quite frightening indeed.
Is there any way we can help?
Thank you.
Don't say that, Navia. That's what friends are for.
Demoiselle! We've got a situation here!
Sorry. I need to go for now.
And off she goes.
Okay. The wounded are being... Of course, Traveler.
Huh? Right.
Thank you. Not a lot of people here, huh?
Well, given the time of day...
Right. That's...
Navia? Navia, what?
Sorry. I just... Malus and Silver... They won't...
Huh? What happened to them?
Everyone agreed on the rescue plan. They were helping, and I've known that I could at least hold a funeral for my father. And I know where he rests. But as for Malus and Silver...
Everything looks so clean after it rains. Even the gravestones. I didn't expect...
I can understand.
See, it's not just...
How could Yet this...
Buying yourself a...
No need yet. But when I do, I hope you'll let me be buried beside Master Callus.
Hey, stop joking around.
I'm quite serious.
That makes sense. In that case...
After all, besides you, Demoiselle, the two of us could...
Personally?
Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden? Seriously. But I'd really prefer not to talk about this stuff. And what do you mean by saving me a trip? I'd promised. I'm sorry for letting you see me in a mess.
Paimon doesn't know how...
I had always thought I could... Malus and Silver have helped. So...
You can spend as much time as you need here, Navia. We'll stay...
By the way, you can have a look at this.
Oh, Ben, so...
It's okay. The overall outcome indicates that the cost...
Right! Don't think that way, Navi. Malus and...
You're right. What you said just now was...
Oh!
Seems you've become more eloquent in the time since we last met. Yes, my people are... As for these supplies...
Thank you.
Wait!
We just met recently.
Thanks to the knave.
Mutual aid is essential to fostering positive developments. We were already in the area, in any case, so it was nothing. That said,
My subordinates have...
this is nothing to brag, as I've told this, lending your organizing.
Without your help...
Furthermore, I sincerely regret what happened to Malus and Silver.
Don't say that. You and yours... As Paimon said, Malus and Silver didn't choose to sacrifice themselves for any specific person. And they weren't the I've never...
You're right. Water is
So, you're...
Of course. By the way, Traveler, Paimon, one more thing.
Alright, then...
That is a... Traveler, you and I both know that there may be issues with the Primordial Sea. Previously, it was the fort... Indeed. Allow me to share the... During some judging by my people and it...
So...
I wanted to take... Linny told me, which is why I want to give you this task. The House of the Hearth's members see each other as family, but Linny, Lynette, and Fremine said that they also see you as such, even though you are not from the house. I'm sure you all...
Oh!
The intel I just shared about...
Got it! So...
Excuse me, but may I tag...
You wish to join, Miss...
But... Are you sure you're up to exploring?
Well, there's no point. Besides,
Since you put it that way, I have no objections. What do you say, traveler? All right.
Okay, let's do. So, are these the ruins the knave was talking?
they seem to be pretty.
Let's go in and have a look.
Just be careful.
Can't catch me!
Floor here isn't safe. This place has also been contaminated.
Yeah. And a lot of it, too. A Fontanian would most likely dissolve them.
Right! You can't go down if there's primordial seawater. It's too dangerous and it won't be. Don't get by my wrong.
No, you're right. I can't do anything in this situation. That complicates things.
In that case,
The water levels here are I'll go together with you. Perhaps we'll find the exit just up ahead.
all right.
Time to go.
There's something wrong with this bridge.
Demoiselle, what are you...
Maybe you should.
Yes, it...
That's quite
Oh. This is a...
Is something the matter, Demoiselle?
Oh, no, I was just trying to recall...
Do you remember...
We were headed to.
Right.
Oh, Miss Navia. Ah, Mr. Malus. And Mr. Silver, too.
How have you...
I've been great. They were knocking at my...
Sometimes...
Oh, yes, Miss Navia. These are some flower seeds that I prepared. Please take... I don't know.
Did you...
Why, we can have as many pots as you'd like, Demoiselle.
Perfect. In that case, we'll swap out some of the decorative plants.
Very well.
Wait. Something... Excuse me, madam. If I'm...
That's right. Is something wrong?
No, it's nothing. I've heard this name before. And why are there so few people around here?
We must mind the time, Demoiselle. We still have important.
Well, now,
Miss Navia, here you are. I've been...
My trial?
Yes, she's right, Demoiselle. It's just.
Oh?
Look, it's Navia! She's...
And her two attendants are with her. Goodness, everyone's finally here.
There sure are a lot of people here to see the trial. And they all seem to... Karina? Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen. And as for the judge...
Please sit in the defendant's seat.
All right, but...
Typically, it wouldn't be allowed.
Hey, what kind of place do they think this is?
Come on. Do they have...
Enough with the...
My dear Miss Navia, as all here know, you, after you took over this, not only you... Yes, we are one big, therefore...
Huh?
How?
I know all these people. Why are they laughing?
I seem...
Wait just a moment. This isn't right!
Malus?
What was that, Mr. Malus? Our conclusion is very clear and unanimous. Let the court judge her now.
Stay here, Navia! You're one of us!
Demoiselle, don't admit guilt. This trial means to...
I wish to exercise my right to defend Our Lady.
She was born a free and independent...
Her actions cannot... Please do not mistake...
Really? As an individual, you say? Don't forget, we are all Fontanians here. Even if everything is... Now I speak for everyone. Our opinion is consistent. Navia should stay.
And you would call this justice? Have you forgotten how much...
Do you mean...
If your justice is...
As you said, we can also have our own justice. And that...
My head...
Demoiselle!
Silver... I remember now. Everything that seemed... Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen, and Mr. Giverny and Mrs. Burnett, who we met earlier. Even Malus and Silver. I don't want to admit it, but they're all dead.
Don't be afraid.
Absurd! Who are you to say... Don't let them escape...
Mr. Malus and Mr. Silver, must you be so stuck? How could the two of you possibly hope to stand against the collective? Do not resist. This judgment is fair and just. Navia belongs to... After all that happened, she should not be left alone in Poisson.
What are you saying? No more excuses!
He says we're jealous. Jealous? How could she possibly...
What's with these people?
Who's jealous of her?
She belongs to us!
Miss...
Silence!
That's...
Monsieur Neuvillette!
Such commotion. The court will adjourn.
Our thanks.
Please leave with...
But...
Go on now, demoiselle. This is your...
Malus.
My apologies. I couldn't resist making one little joke once I realized that...
Malus. Silver.
Quickly.
Goodbye.
Farewell.
No, wait! Just a second!
Navia?
You're awake. Good.
I must have been dreaming. Malus and Silver were still...
It looks like you're...
Did all the sad feelings come?
The ruins you were exploring suffered a cave-in. You were just about... I think I saw 2 Oceanids protecting you. It was... Were it not for their intervention...
Wait, did you say Oceanid?
Perhaps those 2 Oceanids...
I always told them that...
Please come with me.
Neuvillette, are you okay?
Oh, I am quite...
Why do you look... Oh,
I'm merely...
Huh?
Siege...
No way!
I see.
Oh, and the...
Thank you.
He's still the... So,
Yes, in fact. Amid my...
Yeah!
I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting like that. I'm feeling much better now. I guess we should get going again. Will you come with us, Monsieur Neuvillette?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind my company.
All right! Another one joins the party! Let's keep going then!
Not a
Time to go. Time to go. Into the wind. Time to go. Time to go.
Watch out! They're about to here!
Can't catch me. Into the wind.
Almost at the top. Keep it up!
Yeah.
Time to go.
Looks like we've reached the end.
This is the place? There should not be any other hidden.
The path sure had some twists and turns, but it turns out that this place isn't actually that big.
Stone slates. It seems like...
Perhaps we should just leave them be.
There are 4 locations in total, but only 3 stone slates. The slate...
The surrounding
There's something written below. Let Paimon see.
It feels like some.
that would fit the
There's a person...
And is
And...
the 4th image.
The people will all be dissolved. More information should be hidden in these slates, but I fear I cannot easily uncover.
Don't blame yourself, Mr.
Ooh, Paimon's getting the chills just look... This says that it's... Still...
That's right! If the images are in chronological order, shouldn't the 4th, the waters drowning Fontaine, come.
And yet the order is reversed here.
If we go by time.
Egeria, then. The previous Archon kneeling before the...
Did she herself commit that sin? Also, I'm.
But...
It seems that any further clues will have to come.
In that case, there's.
Yeah, we better get somewhere safe for now.
Let's split up here.
You...
I'll depart as well. Thanks for your hard... Traveler, I'm sure that you're concerned about this matter as well. If you have time, drop by my office.
Are you really gonna...
She has long been harboring secrets, and will not...
Alright, we'll leave...
I will be carefully considered.
Traveler, Paimon, our safe house. All right.
We're finally back!
Welcome back.
Yay! And there's good food! Paimon's already starting to forget what happened.
Oh, that voice. Is that who I think it is?
Huh?
It's you two.
Mona?
Seriously, nobody just...
Still,
Well, I have... Why did you think I... Well, I used to have my own. There was nothing for... Nope. Although it is you...
Wow!
I reckon so. In any case, I'd give my disciple a name like this as well, if I were to take one. Astromancer
Whoa!
My name means Mona the Great.
Thrice as great? That's so...
I know, right?
Talk about it.
Magistus is thus the calling card of our school, so to speak, which makes it about the same.
That sounds terrible! But anyway, you're not Fontani.
Well, I was born in Mondstadt, yes.
Oh, that's a good thing then. At least we know you...
Speaking of that, I'm sure you're aware that there's something ominous about it. Well, the water, I mean. That was the main reason, yes. The invitation was sent quite early on. I don't...
What do you make of that prophecy, Mona? Just tell us...
What I can tell you is that I'm afraid that on the flip side...
A visionary?
Of course. The old hag could do it, and I'd bet there are others among...
Huh?
Oh,
Thanks, Mona! You're amazing as all...
oh, well, this is something only...
That's the greatest of astrologers!
Indeed. That's the spirit.
Oh, sorry. I came to see what all the commotion was about. If there's anything...
Oh, whoops. Guess we were getting a little too carried away there. Well, I'll go tend to my own business now. If I were...
And there she goes, quick as rushing water. And here... If Paimon hadn't spoken for you... that's more like it. Good morning. To be honest, Paimon's still feeling... But it's time to get up, traveler.
You're here!
Is some...
Monsieur Neurvalette and Lady Furina, they...
Like I said, I've already explained everything.
And yet the problem has not been properly solved. There is little space. It is not my intention to offend you, but please, tell me where you look at this. This is a list...
You mean... they're all...
We did not arrive in time to avert this disaster. I will say this once more. Yesterday, I found 3 stone slates in some ancient ruins near...
Seriously? You're questioning me like this is a court case now. But you found them in some...
That's correct. Which is what... The second of these...
I don't.
I'll ask you, my decipher...
All gods don't have the same secret. I understand your concerns, but...
Forgive me for saying this now, Lady Furina, but I have long... There are several indications that you have been in... This is not strange in itself. You have never been as superficial as you have presented yourself.
Well, since you know about my secret, there's no point questioning or suspecting me. You're the Eudix, but you're still my... Just trust in me. That's all I have to say. We do not discuss... Oh!
Did Furina not notice us standing by the door?
I assume you've been out...
Oh!
She was in a great panic, though I cannot discern the reason. Still, I do not understand. Everyone in her inner circle, we may have to create...
Oh?
Normally, people will only reveal the...
But Furina...
We will need to consider this thoroughly. If at all possible. This may be cruel to her, but all Fontaine is... But who will lend...
Well, that's everyone, huh? Speaking of which, it was pretty smart of you to think of hiding here.
Poisson was just involved in...
And here you are, drinking tea.
That's what family...
It's nice to enjoy tea here, you know? Care for...
Lend me your ears, everyone. Or perhaps one of you might like to start us off. How about...
Me?
Then, how about you?
I fear that I will cause the mood on this boat to become...
Well then, I guess we're lucky we've got a local like me to organize things.
That was a little long-winded, don't you?
Oh, you might be right. Anyway, to cut... As for what that is, well, let's start by saying that we'll be...
Oh?
Well...
Huh?
Oh, come now. Your work doesn't involve much public speaking, right? This is a...
I see.
He is glad that you could...
In that case, do any of you have experience? Not that I recall.
Fremine and I once used a wooden stick in a basket to catch wild rabbits when we were...
I'm afraid not, though that was their name. Today, a trap. So...
For me, our line of...
You use some of those techniques while...
Yes, and
I'm afraid I can't claim that as my strong suit.
And I can be their assistant. With discretion.
I remember...
I did.
What about you, Monsieur Neuvillette?
That makes sense. You usually saw... But I do have one... If we were to create a trap... Kind. If we wanted to kill the prey in one strike, we would need a powerful implement. However, that also goes for...
Wait, why's that?
Only a hunter who's a true
We had...
If our means of capturing and dealing with our prey is to put them on trial, but we shall require much more courage than any hunter to judge a god.
Oh...
It's been a tough few days as... Paimon thought they'd be at least a little frightened. Well, Fremine was, now that Paimon thinks about it, but everyone else just... it's hard to say. Paimon doesn't have any experience. After all, you're the most reliable person in the world, aren't you? Did you just... Paimon's never seen...
Don't be
Wait.
You're feeling lost. The prophecy.
What?
I believe you have witnessed a failed attempt with your own eyes. Just as are the things that you...
What is she talking about?
I believe that you understand, right? Ultimately, fate...
The voice. I'm on here so... Alright. Hey, it's you!
Well, I see I've walked in on some lively band.
Mona!
Fine, just not all fun.
Did she...
Why, yes! I'm in full...
That's right!
Yes. About what we had discussed before. I did try... Huh? Goodness gracious. Are you serious?
She said that even the gods gaze...
The Hexen Circle members are certainly anything but ordinary, but
Whoa.
Their abilities are...
Well, it's not like...
Yes, perhaps it is some... Traveler?
Oh...
I see. I guess you could consider me someone who... But even so, perhaps that's what En was trying to tell... I did originally...
You do have a point.
It was worth trying, I suppose.
Paimon feels kind of moved by what Mona said. Hey, Traveler. Let's walk around the city, shall we? There's a few spots we always like to walk by. Huh? Let Paimon see! The underwater... My recent attack thus did an out... So while the journalist Charlotte... Charlotte, she hasn't been able to get a hold of any... Ugh, seriously? We're here! Paimon's hungry. Should we go in and get something? Hey, quick! Look! That's the limited edition only 16 slices a day cake! It was so delicious the last time we tried it!
1 slice of cake, please.
Someone showed up after all! Oh, wait, you're the one from the Palais Mermonia!
Oh, are you here to buy cake too?
Wait!
That's right.
Do you come here often?
Usually every day.
Every day?
It's part of my daily...
Then what if someone...
But why would...
Well...
Oh, the No.
Huh.
Don't be sad. Excuse me, could I have these 2 slices are for you?
Oh, you know Siege?
I sure do. She said that I've got something else to do.
And there she goes! Alright, let's dig in. It's more delicious than... Sure would be nice if we could always eat
Exactly?
Oh! We're near the Steambird office! Let's go look for Charlotte and have a chat.
Wow! If it isn't the Traveler and Paimon!
Ha! You've got some...
Oh, you needn't... It's alright, though.
Really? Oh, Paimon...
Still, what bring...
When Mona meant...
I see... So she mentioned me?
She said that you're... Huh?
Oh, of course it doesn't.
Yeah.
Why not?
Oh.
Oh, so that's a yes? Ooh, splendid! Ooh, so much...
Wait, Charlotte. Paimon's still got a question for you.
And what's that?
If... Just for example...
Huh. That's the prophecy you're talking about, isn't it? If you're seriously... From what I've seen... So in all likelihood, I'd probably still be... Just think about it. If this... And then do you know what I'd do? Well, I'd write that... I'm not a dreamer, but anyway...
That's... so... Anyway, let's go and take a look at the sea, shall we? The sea breeze and scenery can be a pretty... Paimon's been thinking... If it wasn't Fontaine, but all of Tevat that would be destroyed tomorrow, where would we go? No, Paimon should have... We've always been moving to the next destination, so we have... You mean, still traveling? Huh. Feels like it'll grow molded, but it's still better than the Fortress of Merope.
Ah, so the two of you are still here.
Oh, you're from the Palais
Yes, I'm Isadora. Monsieur Nervillac sent me to... Not at all. I'm well aware that you're friends of his. Yes, inside...
A riot?
Well, that said, Lady Furina was loudly accusing her of doing nothing, and before she could... The crowd continued to grow, and...
So people have...
I agree.
So what happened after that?
Seeing that the situation... The Marshal Phantom...
So...
That's right. The Marsh... That said, I don't think there's much to worry. Good.
Don't worry. This is more than enough...
Is...
Well, sounds like we should hurry over to Poisson then. If we know Furina, she won't try... And as we... When Nervalet was talking to her in the Palais Mermonia, it would be hard... Paimon thinks... Huh! Well, what do you think? In that case, there's... This place looks deserted. Guess all the survivors must have evacuated already. All that's left here are signs of devastation. Could Furina really be here? That's Furina, right over there.
I'm sorry. Give up. I'm sorry, but what can I even do? Who's that?
Don't worry, Furina. It's Furina.
They even. Oh, and I'm sure Nouvellette and those people from the.
Hey, there she is! The Hydro Archon's over there! Quick, after her!
Furina, those people seem to be after you.
They are? That's again.
Furina just ran off! Quick, we have to... This should be the place, right? Hey, Furina! There's a good hiding spot.
What?
Hurry!
Fine, I suppose. No, I mean, I'm merely...
Yep, that's...
What's happening?
Yeah, a quake of this kind preceded the flooding in Poisson, did it?
It can't be.
Well, there's no need...
Yeah, but the people... It's true. I've tried, but oh my, we cannot make an enemy of the divine. Give up, indeed. Fate, but just now. As long as don't worry. Well, that's enough for now. Don't take...
Come on!
Share. That's impossible. It was... a witness. And if to...
Ladies and gentlemen, this now without...
So, do not forget, however, that
May I interpret these words as your in that case, you will have the opportunity to defend your...
You would draw your blade... I see. It seems like you have made up...
Paimon can't believe it.
What the heck is going on?
Wow.
Lady Furina.
It would seem that there
Looking for
I raised my hands. I'm sorry. You are not... But now, I, Furina, will use this trial to show the world this time. Applaud and mark my words. This shall be one of the most exhilarating and brilliant shows ever to grace the stage of
Oh, no. Why does it feel like Furina just... Also, even though she's still acting...
All right, then. Who...
The court asks the prosecutor to please take the stand.
is that? So, please, just how much
Well, we did do a lot of prep after the meeting that day.
I can go over the Navia. Most of the people who participated in the disturbance this morning, they changed into the people's resent. Moreover, So you...
And their goal was...
That's right.
As the super ultimate, the volume of the box was increased by a whole order of magnitude, and the distance it traversed was the entire gap between Poisson was an... My thanks, Furina. Of course, this performance, we had to select a location.
So,
That's right. It wasn't a sign of another disaster to come.
Then, you gathered a crowd. Prepare also that...
Yes, that it...
Well, Clorand, As for you'd make sure that I didn't notice anything amiss before revealing yourself as my prosecutor once we'd arrived. Oh? It's fine. The stage is already set, so there's no reason to disappoint the audience. Let's see this...
Sir Prosecutor, please allow me to pass. This is a document that Miss Sharp...
Huh? Charlotte wanted to give us something? Oh, so she's... Oh, let Paimon see. So in other words, we can refer... Let's quickly confirm the information in it. Just think of it as a refresher, all right?
You defeated the Hydro Archon in the very first duels you took part in at the Opera House. That's one... I didn't think that you'd wind up getting to the bottom of the case I'd been following all this time. This is the first time Monsieur Nervillette had a difference of opinion with the Oratrice. Even the Hydro Archon can't figure it out. A Fatui Harbinger. She's an extraordinary person. Her instinct must mean something. I nearly lost my awesome friend Navia. To be honest, that still gives me shivers. The words of someone as extraordinary as a witch can probably only be truly understood when something surreal happens to you.
The prosecution and the defense are both in position. The trial shall now begin.
Just fast forward, of course. It is only...
That's true. But my charge here is unrelated to your conduct as an... Instead, I would like to charge you as a fraud who's never been the Archon in the first place.
Wait, what was that? Lady Furina's a fraud?
Hey.
Charge accepted. Lady Furina. Lady Furina.
I plead not. There is no way that I, Focalor, otherwise known as Furina de Fontaine, a member of the Seven and the Regina of all waters, kindreds, peoples, and laws of Fontaine.
Yeah,
I have cause to believe that common sense will prevail in this case. Many of the members of the audience have known me as the Hydro Archon. See? Even the Oratrice has decided to show if you wish to drop the... An argument with near impossible odds, huh? Well, and if...
First of all, you...
Who gave you that idea? Was it the knave? You'd sink so low as to use a harbinger's words against me.
A curse. I once thought it possible that the but in light of this claim...
Nervillette sensed it too, huh?
Lady Furina.
Well...
Well, don't start celebrating too early now. Besides, for centuries, one need only to turn their eyes towards the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal in this very opera house.
You tried to reference the Oratrice.
Didn't I make myself clear at the time?
Lady Furina, I believe a reminder, while the court is... You will prove your... That was no trick.
So, you neither knew why child was declared instead of
The real Hydro Archon. Well, now It is true that I did, but the Oratries handed out that verdict. You can't.
She's still throwing out all kinds of excuses.
If that poses a concern,
You don't.
Aren't you the Hydro Archon?
Indemnitium! Yes! It's all because of Indemnitium! All Archons derive their power from the faith of the people, and thus did I give up all of my divine power to provide everyone with energy for their day.
Isn't that?
Yeah, no matter.
It seems like nobody's buying Furina's.
Hey, come now, everyone! Please, I'm still the same, please.
If what the prosecutor...
Did she deceive all? Enough! That's enough! Tell me then, if you
Wow. It has been established.
Since you insist on claiming to be a god and not a human, then there's a method that you can use right here and now to eliminate...
Miss Navia, please apply to serve as a temporary attorney for the prosecution before addressing the court. Though you act in partnership with the prosecutor...
Super sorry, Monsieur Chief Justice. Now, I've brought some seawater from Poisson, including those of some of my closest friends. So, Miss Furina, would you dare to touch some of this seawater? If we are to believe, but if you don't dare to touch it, then we would have basically proved the reverse. Oh, and I do hope you'll act prudently.
Navia from the...
If Lady Furina...
Lady Furina, this...
Well, of course he had to...
She's just staring at the water without saying...
What's going on?
Due to the inherent risk of...
What?
Hey! I'm fine! Look at me, everyone! Will you believe me?
Miss Siegewing, if you're present...
Siegewing?
Don't be nervous. It'll just take... That should be a...
Please announce the results of your evaluation.
As everyone doubtlessly saw, Miss Furina she was experiencing the adverse effects of exposure.
Thank you, Miss Siegewing. Lady...
Oh, wait. What did... Well, considering your... However, after extensive discussion, we don't want...
Yeah, so out of regard, it's a great thing that the direct...
I can't believe... Listen to me, everyone! Please think about it! How can you conclude... Also... Please, everyone! Anyone, just listen to me! I swear, I really am your...
I don't think anything
With all the things that have been said, Paimon doesn't think that...
I believe the time for arguments and presentation of evidence has come to an end. If there are no objections, we will move on to the final judgment.
I don't think anything she says at this point will sway her to is too stacked against her now.
In my capacity as Chief Justice, I shall now render judgment on Furina's misrepresentation of herself as the Archon of Fontaine. As a human who knowingly deceived her fellow citizens, Furina is... guilty. We shall now turn to the... According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique...
Well, what's wrong? What's the Oratrice?
No, the Oratrice also...
Isn't that correct?
However, to be punished...
That's actually one of the
The one and only time that...
Furina's been...
This outcome is indeed quite strange. Is this sentence really a...
Yeah! Even Vache wasn't sentenced to death!
Indeed. But now...
Excuse me, if I may interrupt. Is the trial
Fremine! Oh, you finally made it!
Mm-hmm. Any mission...
Is that the Huh! So the name...
I looked everywhere, but has the trial...
Thank you for your hard work, Mr. Fremine. Please allow me... Traveler, I believe that you have already seen...
Huh? So what do you see? What is it?
I believe I have now made
Huh? So when you...
In truth, however, I'm uncertain...
Okay, let... The first stone slate describes what you just said. It seems to show the previous Hydro Archon using her divine power, and then the Oceanids turn into human. Does that mean that the second stone slate... This must be the point. The third slate shows... Well, the fourth slate is the... We didn't believe that such...
We know from the cave and the first stone, this might be the reason that...
That doesn't sound quite...
Perhaps what is the truth and the... It's not as simple as when Navi, the stone... The prophecy from the stone...
They'll dissolve into the primordial sea, but won't cease to exist. Their essence... The Hydro Archon was sentenced to... Navia fell into the water and... The eruption of the primordial sea at the fortress... The stone slate's content can all be verified, but... Now, but then if it...
Let's hear them.
Incredible.
We're not real humans.
All Fontanians were original. The evidence for that can be found. Oh, and according to now...
Indeed.
Yeah, and it follows from the content of... That could also...
The Hydro Archon...
And yet, after many hundreds of years...
Yeah, isn't... So wouldn't it be trying to show the... In the end, did Paimon get all that right?
You've made some keen deductions. However, while you were able to decode all the information when we were at the room, now that the slate collection is complete... I believe I should share this truth not only with you. Your hypotheses were in the Fontaine of Old. The previous Hydro Archon sensed the yearning of her Oceanid familiars for life on land. The Oceanids were enamored with the beauty and romanticism of human beings. and wishing to have those experiences for themselves, expressed to the However, not one to give in, she eventually found a way to create permanent humanoid bodies for her She poured but if on... Of course, the Hydro Archon never received permission from the heavenly principles to create a new human race, and thus, the Hydro Archon and all of her creations came to shoulder the original sin of appropriating the power of the primordial sea. That is the true history of...
That's way too much information. Wait, but if that's the truth...
This really...
Alas, your hypothesis regarding the third and... A key point, they have not... The nation of Fontaine is the nation of Hydro, as well. You may also recall not... Therefore, that the people of Fontaine shall try... Yes.
I think I'm... In truth...
What should we do? If that's the case...
Traveler, I would like to point out another... About the fourth... However, as for the root cause of the catastrophe... This eruption was just a small warning of the things to come.
It was both dream and...
If we're talking about
the truth, the...
So we've met it at last. I understand that whale does... It has been greedily... And once it has finished...
You said that when the Hydro Archon first
Precisely. That whale... Therefore, when it left the primordial sea...
We just barely...
That is correct. From the way he looked, he must have been
That battle maniac! Anyway...
It is too late. It had already... Even if the entirety of Tibet...
That's... We've already done We've come so...
Indeed. I'll fight it to the end.
So the prophecy will be fulfilled no matter what, huh?
The prophecy. Just as prophecies are ultimately sentries.
I believe it is preparing to carry out the death sentence.
Furina! No, I still need answers.
Sorry. That shocked.
You are not Furina.
The sweet sound of
Focalor.
Oh, that wasn't my goal, of course. The heavenly prince.
Deceiving the...
It's all because of that pernicious prophecy. Dreadful, wasn't it? Everyone doomed to dissolve. One was not immune. She knew, and as one of the 7, she also knew full well that one defies the... So yes, as you have no doubt surmised, it was a rather... I spent a terribly long time mulling it over, alone on the ocean. I had to out... I'm a genius, I know. Although, looking back now, it was... But one can only play the hand one is dealt. I did not choose this, any more than...
So you were also once one...
Yes, I was. I always dreamed of becoming human. And I still do, even now. After becoming a god, I separated my divinity from my body and spirit, leaving behind only a self that was as not the me. She could feel joy, sorrow, and her strengths. But in my eyes, Furina's humanity was what made her perfect. She was perfectly human. Anyway, so all part of Do you still remember the final scene? In order that under the curse I placed on her, so long as I, Focalor's divinity, continued to exist, she could not die. But instead, I suppose now you probably understand.
But Furina is... Even though she has had... I can't...
It has indeed. It's been, and all along, she's been playing her part in the most unimaginably long, unbearably lonely.
Behold!
Oh? Who permitted you to come onto the stage? Now, I understand. All right. It is not my intent to reprimand you. There is no need to state your name. Oh, do not jest. Can you not I am Focalor, the eyes of countless fun... Dear audience, the performance is experiencing a technical difficulty, but worry not. The guards shall resolve it soon enough. Hey, what gives? The audience is still watching me, you know. Guards? Wait, where are the guards? Guards!
Furina.
Huh? Who's that? Who's calling me? Where?
Be not nervous. Be not afraid.
Wait a moment. You're... Mirror me?
Mirror
me.
the prophecy.
What prophecy? The people will all be
Oh.
What's going... But...
I will tell you how to say...
As for the suffering, but if there were scale...
I suppose this would also be the just...
Huh?
Don't worry, it's...
Play as...
That's right. If you can keep it up.
But how will I do this?
Don't worry. What you must do is not to turn... Being a human yourself, I'm sure you already know what... Remember.
I'm still not sure. So, how long...
To accomplish this mission. But I promise you, all...
A trial, huh? The Maison Cardinalite. What should I say? I'm sure you've all heard about how in truth, as the god Focalor, once again, I thought I might...
That's the new Hydro Archon. Is this some kind of joke by the Maison? I would have thought that a being that surpasses humanity...
Hey, did you hear that? She even told us to send her suggestions.
Shouldn't gods be all-powerful? She's being so modest.
If you ask me, perhaps the succession didn't actually happen.
Wait, what's going on? Right. Calm down, Furina. Assertive. Now, I was wondering if you may Now then!
So that was just a performance. How could I have forgotten that we were...
Her personality. It's quite shocking, to be honest, but I suppose it's a better look than before.
Such a fascinating and bold deity. How wonderful! Our future may yet be bright after all.
It seems I've turned them around. Best follow this fluff. My dear people, whether you acknowledge me or not, whether you trust me or nay, I say to you, we have heard it said that this No, this won't work. They'll suspect me again. I must play the role that they want me to play. The scales of may law be the prayer on our lips. May judgment be our worship. There is, so long as I...
Yes!
Oh, yeah!
Lady Furina, here are today's case reports as...
Come now. Was I... Besides... A
That's true,
No need for fright. And do not take what I said before too seriously. Go now.
Lady Furina,
No need to thank. All right.
Here.
Lady Furina.
I see. It's as I thought then. All manner.
Really?
I'm...
The day is finally over, but it's good to... Maybe this is fine.
Lady Furina, here are
Lady Furina.
Indeed!
Lady Furina, we're detecting significant hydrological anomalies near...
Understood. Keep monitoring. I feel...
Lady Furina, it's like a I've heard that the... Are you crying?
This must be the overflow of hydro from my person. Well, can't quite help being the... So hundreds of years, I never have I want to tell all I can do is keep...
Furina, although I don't know what you might be keeping...
Share that's impossible.
But even if you're burdened, just share it with...
A witness. And if to that... He's right. But if things... No, Furina. But what if... Furina, is it so... If you let this... Think about it. Long and hard... No, I have nothing to say. All you need to do, dear spectator, is to...
Fine.
So even Furina doesn't know the truth?
Yes, she did very well. If she had let her resolve fall, it seems that trusting humanity...
I believe that I understand how your deception... How would you build on this foundation?
Ah, good. Of course, the Eudex of Fontaine has pinpointed... I'm sure you've long...
I've always suspected that it had its own consciousness. And Lenny did mention that he heard a It now seems that that person was you.
And then I became one with the oratories, taking Fontaine's gnosis with me. Yes. Alas, in truth, it is no Oh, you have it. And to be more precise, I mean... Did you my work over these last 500 years? But really, the vast majority had to be
It was all a part...
Indeed. This power, accrued over 5 centuries, but...
So the Oratrices... The destruction of that divine throne... If I do not...
Returning what's... In other words, this was all done to return the authority of the... Oh, what? The authority...
All you've done...
I've never quite seen... Hydro Dragon, I must say, had it been within my rights, Egeria stole the power of the primordial sea. And I, speaking of justice, I have always believed that justice lies. So, if the theft of the primordial sea, then, leaving, in other words, defying the at this point, Iudex Nervil.
So when at last... In the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 centuries, you are, things being as they are. Surely you know that I could never declare them.
The hour of my execution is almost here. For the sinner, the curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but... Faced with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common. Farewell, Nervalette. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
Iudex Nervalette, hereby declare, people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
What just...
Was that bright light?
But...
It's time to end.
Didn't you say just
I have gained the strength sufficient. We should seize the opportunity to pursue our quarry. Traveler, now that the oratories can no longer the root of the calamities befall, come with me, traveler. Done my best to separate the power from the see from the way. Unless we can find a way to attack it from within. I shall share part of the ancient dragon's power with you. We shall look for an opening together. I can feel its sorrow turning into hostility. The all-devouring narwhal cannot resist its instinct to devour. Continue to trigger its hostility, and chance will present itself. I have granted you my protection. Do not fear. Seize the moment and use my power to suppress its root from within.
Let's light it up!
Let's... Wretched vermin!
Thanks for helping with the cleanup. It was just supposed to be a short private... Well, actually, I had a feeling that it would happen at some point.
That power.
Paimon has an idea. From what she said earlier, it's just that he has the impression that she was...
I simply did not have anything to say to... So you may speak to me as equals. I have to agree. That kind of... All in all... The point...
Well, being... So what sort of...
Oh, right. His name is Sir Taloji.
Huh?
I am
Huh. So Master isn't sufficiently famous.
The foul?
Still nothing?
Ooh, that one we've heard! Rhyme Doctor's part of the Hexens are...
Oh. So you do know... But I suppose you understand now.
Wait! Didn't you also mention of...
Actually, never mind that. That they all devout such roiling as such. In other words...
What?
Not to worry. Focalor.
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only Furina will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Initiate emergency rescue! Hurry!
Water's receding!
It's a miracle!
Water's receding.
We didn't dissolve. The prophecy was wrong. The prophecy was wrong.
Are you alright?
Yeah.
We're saved. The prophecy was wrong.
The soil renewed. The Svina Divasula attacks post-disaster, old soil, skyship, the various people always... Wow! Paimon barely recognizes the people in the reports. Are those really curious?
What do you think? Pretty enthralling, huh? The value for these big Edwin's assistant, Jurier, created...
Paimon's curious?
And that's exactly why I'd like you...
Are you sure?
Oh, this time we'll... Navia!
Oh, it's you.
Hey, we're just having a look.
I'm here to update myself on how things are going here.
Let me introduce you. This is Mr. Garunt Snezhevich. Our residents are hard at work as well. Thanks to everyone, work...
Hello, Miss Charlotte. I'm a big fan of yours. But if you don't mind, could you not emphasize our role too much in your report?
I get where you're coming from.
That would be fine. Thanks.
Oh, you're back too. How are things?
We finished laying down the construction materials.
Huh?
Well, her reputation's greatly risen after that whole duel business with Miss Furina. So she's here in Poisson to wait out the heat.
There's too much to consider in the reconstruction of Poisson. The Spina has need of...
Oh, wait, just a moment. Do you mind me asking a few questions? You know, about how you...
Forget it. I'm sure you can find...
I see you're the same as always.
Well, if we're talking about doing things for my sake...
Of course I will. I'm not gonna let him off that easy. All right, then everyone who wants to be in the photo, gather up.
How did it go? Was it a good shot?
Not bad. Your addition really helped the composition of the picture. All right, hang on a moment. Let me snap a few more All right, that should do it. I'll be back here later anyway, so let's call it a day.
You're very quick.
Speed is of the... Also, not to...
Wow.
I'll hazard a guess that this is how you got that interview at the Fortress of...
Whoa, you're...
That's a...
In truth, I told him...
You're right.
Stay safe now. And...
You seem curious about the fortress.
Of course. That Risley. I still remember going...
But he did invite you to...
2 large pots.
I have to agree. Well,
Wow, it's like we've got a menu.
Good.
What flavor of biscuits would you...
Me? I'm fine with anything.
All right.
I'll go over the newly arrived
That works great for...
I did.
Wow, guess we're here again, huh? There's a real nostalgia.
Looks like you've been missing it.
Duke! Did you come?
Of course.
It's an honor to
No need to thank me.
Of course,
All right then, this way.
Hey, no need to be so nervous. Miss Charlotte.
It would seem that Miss Lorvine doesn't want...
Sir, please don't say things like that.
But it looked...
No,
Now, I might not look it, but I actually... The boat that brought... Still, if I might...
I have to apologize, but that ship is
Really?
You already know my answer, I'm afraid. Best you interview our head nurse instead.
Or perhaps...
Did you really have to use... Well, then, 2 solo...
Is my hair messed up?
Things sure are getting pretty lively. Oh, seems like everyone's here. Would any of you like to...
Ah, see...
Hey, Miss Shark.
Sure. Do I have to smile? So, how have things been?
Same old, same old.
Other than that flying ship.
That's why I decided to...
You're too kind.
I'll just leave this... I see.
He sure did.
I'll tell them that...
Oh.
What change can there be? As to what Miss Furina's departure will mean for the nation, and if our laws and governance will be transformed, we'll...
Hey, everyone. The photo shoot's done.
Good. In that case, let's call it a...
Thanks for your cooperation. Come on, Traveler, let's go.
There'll be a next...
Maybe. Who knows? I might... All right. Last stop, the docks.
Oh, you know, I'd love to see you and...
Is that really necessary?
It's precisely because we don't need the pic...
Maybe I'm just happy that I managed to...
Yes, you successfully kept prying...
You should be happy for them.
I see them! They really are...
Navia mentioned that she's...
Traveler, Paimon. Ah, and Miss Charlotte.
Would you like a magic pocket? What sort of... It's a one trick a friend. You could just make a friend like Fremine here. Isn't that right, Fremine? To be honest, that sounds pretty sweet. Could I have your...
Oh.
Lynette sure is working hard to help Fremine socialize.
He was the one who proposed doing this. He even wants to...
Yes, I was planning to first introduce Pip.
That said, would anyone want to see a diver escape underwater?
Oh, it'll work out.
Lynette, could you...
Got it.
My, that Charlotte is rather perceptive. She got... Father says that...
That's up!
Oh, I guess you... After Lady for...
A diplomatic...
Yes, it could have been done as... Furthermore...
That's...
I would agree. I suspect you'll have to ask...
But that's...
They say that he's returned to Snezhnaya to...
That's true. When you think about it, we've had loads of...
So shocked by such a simple switching of sides?
Father!
Well, what do you know?
Are you going to... take the gnosis back?
That is our duty as harbingers. Don't be too preoccupied with switching my masks. Well, that depends on many things. As for you, I very much look forward to our next collaboration. Good things cannot be achieved alone, and you've proved yourselves to be great partners. A vision.
And that's a wrap for me. Huh?
Greetings, Miss Journalist.
Hello. If I'm not mistaken, there are...
That is correct. So forgive me, but I will not be able to serve as a subject in your article. However, feel free to write as much as you'd like. The sea breeze is quite pleasant.
Farewell, Father.
Oh, she has such an intimidating presence. I didn't even dare to take a picture. Thankfully, I've already wrapped up all my pre-skip...
Don't be too nervous. Why don't you take a magic pocket before you go? Here, Traveler, Paimon.
To move things about?
That's right. I guess this must... All right, then.
Well, guess we said Charlotte, huh? Shall we go see what Nimble's doing? The entrance to the fortress! Ooh, he really is there! So, you really are here, Nimbleette! I didn't think you were going to have...
Really? Oh, I suppose. In any case, you can...
All right, let's have...
For me, the Fontanians were incomplete humans born of Egeria's use of, but so long as those primordial energy. In other words, when I gave my verdict,
Fossilor must have counted on you to make that decision as well. Your verdict was the key to me. Yeah.
It seems from your expressions that you still have more things you wish to ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it. I have investigated his case along many avenues, and I have learned that he... But whether it be by... As for the judgment passed by... Whether it was due...
Guess Fossilor had fun... hang on a sec. Back when Fontaine...
Life has always flowed.
Yeah, Lynette said the...
In truth, those who see it...
Paimon...
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Yeah, about that.
Ah, Lady Furina. The people are only aware that her death sentence has not been carried out. I related Fossilor's words to her faithfully and completely. She simply said that, having said that, she then...
but...
You need not worry. In truth, I am somewhat happy for her. But now that she no longer has to play the role of Fossilor the Hydro Archon...
What about you then? What are your plans now that you've...
After Fossilor passed on, the oratory... This matter will directly affect our trials. After much careful consideration, I've decided...
Looks like you're still considering stuff...
As an elemental dragon, there are indeed many things that I must do. As such, before I attend to my other responsibilities, I must... Additionally, the Hydro Archon's departure has brought about another problem.
That's true. That power was derived from... Wait, but the...
As I am now.
Wow. This ancient dragon...
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Oh, that's right.
Leaving aside their sole remaining goal in Fontaine, the Oratrice has ceased. As such, it has lost all meaning. If the Fatui have Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it. You will soon be heading to Natlan. I'm afraid that I have little talent as a travel guide. As far as I'm aware...
A nation of dragons.
No, I suspect that I would not... Unlike ancient dragon, Natlan is also the nation of... There is one other... The harbinger known as the Captain has thrown...
The Captain... Sounds like a...
I suggest that you fully prepare yourself. Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Hang on a sec. When we spoke to Linny earlier, we guessed that there...
No. So regarding this specific issue, I was... In truth, I exchanged some further words with that lady named Skirk after sending you two back to the surface. It went something like this.
Well, we're going to head topside to see what's going on.
What next?
The all-devouring narwhal. I can finally catch the scent of... It is the authority of the planet's primordial dragons. But with something very... I'm sure I've encountered something like this before.
I do not know what...
Of course, you should have the
remains. Well, that much is... But I fear I have...
I've been training. It is only natural, regardless. To live in itself is...
What do you mean?
No...
This third...
Mess, if you're interested, though.
Next time. You believe...
I do.
That's what she told me. Whether it would...
The remains of... So that's...
All the same,
And she said...
If she speaks the... I had guessed that you might already... That means that the...
Like being a... No, let's not think about this stuff. Comparing the Traveler to the dead third... That's what you say, but this topic's still... What's childbirth?
I too believe it unwise to make too many
Alright.
Yes.
But...
I suppose that would be the mystery. I suspect not. But once in a while I too would guess that if life flow... And what... It seems from your expressions that you still have more... Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it. I suggest that you fully... It seems from your expressions that you still... Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know. I suggest that you fully prepare yourself before going to Natlan. In the meantime,